This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Bunky! You first. Fuck, get up. Punkster! Punkster, pick me! How are you doing? Ow! Ow! God damn it, Bunky! I just tackled you once! Don't make me kick an old man's ass! Because I will! Alright, we gotta go to pillbox now. Bunky fucked me up. He's gonna start his shit right hook.
Bunky. Hi, Bunky!
Not monkey, Bunky.
I said Bunky.
Oh, misunderstood you. I haven't.
Bunky! Have a good night, Mr. Bunky. Mayor Baker is shining out. There you go, Bunky. Right there. Salute.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, another day. And the Chief Justice is kind of pissed. So I had to send out a message. There you are.
How's it going, Bunky?
It could be better.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did you get my message?
Yeah, what's going on?
You tell me what's going on.
You tell me what's going on.
Because that was the dumbest ass thing I ever saw in my life.
What was?
What happened last night?
With what?
Were you at a jewelry store?
Yes?
And why were you at a jewelry store?
Because I got kidnapped?
Yeah, and then what did you do after you got kidnapped?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I went to Pillbox?
Did you issue a warrant?
Yes?
Was it related to the jewelry store?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, it just so happens that when I went to look up the warrant and I looked at the report that you specified in the warrant, You are the person that was kidnapped and an attempted murder on a government official. Now, what gives you the right to be the judge, the jury, and the executioner of issuing a warrant when you're involved in the incident?
Well, frankly, they didn't tell me that that was my incident. They
Oh,
just told me.
well, don't you request for probable cause when you get a warrant?
Oh, and I had the probable cause.
Yeah, the probable cause was you got kidnapped.
Oh, that was not the probable cause.
Well, that's in the report. It's specified in their warrant.
Well, the report that I have typed up that's being issued to our database isn't.
Well, don't you think that you should research that as a judge to make sure that there's no conflicts of interest? Because now we have
Yep.
we have a major friggin' problem.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, if this guy gets where you going? If this guy gets arrested and he bitches and moans that the person that he kidnapped is the person that issued a warrant out for his arrest, you're going to blow the entire case for the police department.
The guy's already in custody. He was in custody when I issued the warrant.
But you're still involved in the case.
Okay.
What you should have done is you should have told them, listen, I'm involved in this case, and you're going to have to refer this to the Chief Justice. I would have gladly done the warrant. That's why when I am a defense attorney, I don't get involved in the decision making at all.
Okay.
Do you see the error of your ways?
Yeah.
All right, look, I don't want to lose you because you're a good man, but God damn it, you know, we got enough scrutiny going on right now about the DOJ. We can't have if this gets out. Like we are so fucked. I talked to the prosecutor about this, and he agrees with me. So um, I'm hoping, this guy pled guilty to the charges, and I understand that I don't know what the hell happened, but apparently, for some reason or another,
It's a God situation.
well, it shouldn't be here then. You know what I mean? It should not have even came here, but it did, and when I saw that, I can tell you that I was completely upset because of the one thing. Let me tell you something. I don't know whether you saw the last couple reports that the commissioner wrote,
No.
and he filed in the case, but they are spot on, and I am so fucking proud that finally, we got something going, and luckily, he is the commissioner, so I'm hoping that he can take his management skills and filter down from his abilities to his people. If he can do that, we are going to get along just fine. There was only one thing that I would have suggested to him, but it's not a big deal. But in his one report, he described the car and it was driven by such an individual. What he should do is, because if we get a smart ass defense attorney, they're going to say, well, how do you know he was driving the car at that point? So normally what you do in your report is you write it, I was chasing a car by an individual later identified as, and then you
Yeah.
mention his name. So that way it covers his ass. But hey, it's not like a big deal. I'm telling you what, his reports are
His report. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at it now. His report is
is
spot on.
spot on, and all his evidence is there. Um, and I will be presiding over that case.
Yeah, I told him that's what would be happening is
So
that I'd have to excuse myself from the trial.
Well, this is a different one. This is a different trial. This is I was talking about the one that he's got all the evidence in there and whatnot. Because the other guy pled your case. The
He
guy
pled
he
guilty,
pled guilty. So there's no
and then
trial.
he did some federally illegal actions
Yeah,
to
but
get
that
out of it.
okay. So
Yeah.
that's all right. I get that, and that's a them thing, not a me thing. But the me thing is that then you issued a warrant, which you really didn't have to do. It could have went just federal. But
Okay.
um, but do me a favor. If you are even skeptical that you're involved in anything, just back off of it. Okay? Don't put yourself in in a situation where I can't dig you out of the hole.
Okay.
All right, so I'll lift the administrative uh, leave and the suspension. I just want you to be more careful and don't let this happen again.
Yeah.
Um, but the other cases that I'm looking at, I think the defendant is an Anthony Wayne. Um,
Uh,
he I added him to the ticket. I don't know whether he's going to self-represent or what, but I'm going to handle that case when it comes up. So
it's nice seeing that they're uploading their body cam and everything.
yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, this is spot on. This is what all I asked for. You know, he went into depth. I'm not expecting any of his people to go that far. You know, they don't need to do all that. They just need enough to get their case in and not have any questions. Now, all we got to do is get them to appear in court. If we can do that, then I'm going to be happier than a
I was
pig.
gonna ask you about that.
What's that?
Um, is there a way to make like the police reports a sworn statement so officers wouldn't have to be present in court? Because I mean, I'm not
No,
trying to take their sides or anything, but I
no,
mean, I know
no. There's
there's a
not.
limited numbers of officers right now.
I get that, but the problem is that you know when they wrote the Constitution, they have a element in the Constitution that says
Where
that
you're allowed to
you,
face your
you
accuser.
have right, and you cannot cross-examine their report. You know, if you got questions about it, you got to have somebody there. So unfortunately, that's that's beyond my. That is you got to go back to Thomas Jefferson and Monroe and all them guys. They wrote that stuff, not me.
All right, I'll give them a call.
Why did they request that?
No, no, no. I'll give Thomas Jefferson a call.
Oh, okay, you do that.
Yeah, I'll talk to him, see if he can rewrite that a little bit.
Yeah, let me know how that works out for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to find him. I'm not sure how.
I'll tell you what, if you pull a stunt like you did today, you're going to be able to find him real quick.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate your words of kindness.
I uh, I woke up this morning and I was going through all the paperwork and whatnot, and I saw that, and I, in fact, I was talking to the prosecutor,
Yeah.
and we were trying to figure out what the probable cause was. You know, because normally, if it was a sentencing type thing, you could just do a pickup and hold because
Yeah.
it looked like it was processed and stuff like that. So we were kind of like, like what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, because the guy poofed in the holding cell.
Well, that's if he comes back, where do you think he's going to come back at?
Yeah, and they said just in case he doesn't, in case he gets out somehow, does some weird Houdini shiitake.
Yeah, well, that should have went to that. I think that kind of thing can go right to the Supreme Court because I think that is in the state constitution that they're not allowed to do that
Okay.
unless I
There
thought
were
it
exigent
I
circumstances.
thought they said something about it, there was some type of an emergency or something like that. If that's the case, then that's the case.
Hmm.
Because if I had an emergency, I would probably do the same thing. But anyway, nonetheless, okay, it would not have been a problem. I would have probably scratched my head. Unfortunately, he's one of the guys that kidnapped you
Oh,
uh,
jeez.
and um, there's an attempted murder. I don't know how the hell they're going to do that.
Who did they attempt to murder?
I guess you're the government official.
Huh.
I guess I don't know. I
I
didn't
mean,
read.
I'll give them my body cam
Listen,
footage. They did not attempt a murder of anyone.
listen. I didn't go any further than when I saw that they kidnapped a member of the DOJ, and that lit it up. And I saw that this is because I'm looking for the probable cause of the warrant. Figuring that
Yeah.
this guy did something and he got away, and there's no way that they can get him. They need a warrant and blah blah blah. You know, and then I see this, and I went, oh no, please don't tell me. And yeah, of course, you know, whenever I beg something like that, somebody's got to tell me. So, but anyway, um, yeah, I had coffee and I got over it. Um, I'll be fine. I'm gonna take an extra Renexa so that my blood flows through my heart a little bit better, and then we'll be good to go. Just don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
You know, we got the piggy thing, which I think is bullshit, but it is there. And we got this, and you know, once I have to go out and start buying file cabinets to put your personnel file in, I'm going to be a little upset.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yep.
Okay, and it's not going to happen again, right?
No, sir.
Okay. I trust you. What the hell was that mean? Does that mean I shouldn't?
No. I I'm happy that you trust me, Bunky.
Well, you better make me happy that I trust you. That's your goal.
Oh, yeah, I can make you happy.
Don't start. I
What?
swear to God, if you start, I'll go to HR.
Aren't you HR?
Well, yeah, but I would be a conflict of interest. I'd have to go maybe to the
My wife?
the court administrator, and
Oh, I think that's a conflict of interest too.
yeah, it won't be.
Oh, okay. I like how all our doors are labeled now.
Well, first off, each person labeled their own damn door.
Oh,
So if you want your door labeled,
I did.
you labeled it?
I did.
Yeah, I would have. Let me tell you something. I would have had that taken the hell off if I didn't get unpissed today. Don't cross your arms to me. You know you're wrong. You know better
Hmm.
than this.
You're right. I should have investigated the situation more before
Yeah,
issuing the
listen, when
warrant.
you issue warrants, I want you to look into it. I want you to find out more details on this of why they. And listen, if a police officer saw the crime commit and they don't know of it, they don't need a warrant. The state gives them the right to make the arrest, whether it's tomorrow or the next day. A warrant
They
is,
do?
yes, a warrant is basically used when they don't have firsthand knowledge of it. Like if I went to them and I said, hey, listen, I saw Jesse rob the bank, I would give them a statement and then they would go and seek a warrant from the judge based on that affidavit that we have a sworn statement from a witness and we believe to be credible and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And then the judge would issue the warrant because they don't have the direct knowledge, which is another constitutional issue. If you don't like that, you can, when you call Tom, you can see if he can rewrite that too.
Hmm. Oh, he's been taking that Dante case?
Um, I don't know. Hobby.
Hmm.
I don't need you to be chiming in on this, Hobby. Even you wouldn't make this dumb mistake. Yeah, I'm going to be telling you, my eyes have been cross-eyed ever since I saw this morning, so I really haven't been paying too much attention, except for um, I did get the defendant access to his discovery, so
Okay.
the Mr. Wayne. So I'm good with that, and I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure who's prosecuting that case. I have to talk to Tyler Tyler had an appointment, so he's going to be a little late for work today. So if he comes in at all, I don't know. So, but when I talk to him, I'll find out who he's going to assign to that case because I got a feeling that that is going to be a
He
big.
said he'll be in at 17:30.
Who said?
Tyler.
Okay. Well, anyway, nonetheless, I'll find out at 17:31, I guess, who's going to take that case. That's going to be a very, very big case. Um, I know Mr. Wayne. Um, Mr. Wayne has a lot of knowledge in uh, the legal system. So the police department have a really good, I think it's the commissioner's on this, and he's got a really good case file. So this is probably going to be a long trial, and I think it's going to be a good one. And you know, I want the best that we got to represent the police department and help them along with their stuff. And I'm hoping that Mr. Wayne gets defense counsel because if not, I'm going to have to advise him of his rights before he even takes
I've
the stand.
I've heard that Mark Harris also is seeking representation uh, through an attorney.
Okay,
So just so you know that
and that's fine.
I yep, and I said that's probably a good thing. Hopefully we can get this done without going to trial.
No,
And
no, I'm not
I'll
a
see what
judge
let's
in
see what can
IRL.
happen.
In IRL,
Um,
I was a
are
police
we still
officer
on
for
for 8
23
a.m.
years.
tomorrow?
Yes, sir. I was a police officer
Okay,
for 23 years, and I spent more time in courtrooms than you can
wonderful.
imagine. So I'm pretty familiar with how the process
Who's
goes.
here?
Uh-oh, somebody's here. Well,
Hey guys.
relax, relax. Hi, Mr. Ben. Look at that hair.
Well, you don't look like Bunkinator anymore.
I might have fixed it. Maybe. We'll see.
I liked you better before. You look like somebody I like.
Your tie
Yeah.
still looks a little messed up, Ben.
Well, we haven't messed with that. Definitely. It's a bow tie.
Listen,
Uh,
listen. He's a defense attorney and a public, as we call him, a public offender. Um,
Yeah.
he can wear whatever he wants.
yeah, he's an ambulance chaser.
Yo.
Respectfully.
Yeah, listen. That's almost as bad as Piggy Piggy. I thought we talked about this.
Excuse me, when I was a defense attorney, I joked and called myself an ambulance chaser.
I know, but you know,
I mean, I have
I
chased.
don't know how thick his skin is.
Is your skin as thick as a pig's because
I
they're
would,
bacon, so that must be
would
pretty thick.
stop
Yeah,
it.
you can
Stop
you
it.
you can assume it's pretty thick.
Withdrawn.
It'll be all right.
You sound down a little bit, Ben.
Well, I'm at you know,
Uh-huh. Does
in
that
the
make
head office.
does that make you down?
Where's Ben's
I'll
office?
turn it up.
Ben,
It's in the glass
yeah,
office, the glass
Oh, you're
office.
yeah,
downstairs?
he's downstairs with the defense attorneys.
Oh, okay.
Turn around, Ben. Let me look at that here. It's not
I'm
bad.
going in.
You know, you look like one of them high-profile California lawyers that represents all the
This
movie
isn't
stars.
really. This is like one of three. Like every time I go there, it's something different. I save it, then I lose it. I have another one that I want, but
Well,
next time at the barber.
well, you got to maybe find a better hairstylist or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
it's
I,
okay. Okay.
I talked with some federal employees about the face issue, so we're trying some stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that they can do anything. You know you're born the way you're born, and you got to play the hand that you're dealt. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Yeah. Well, they thought I was you, and I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I could fill your shoes. So.
Well, I don't think you could either, but at least you could have the same head that I do.
I definitely
Um,
got. I think I got off a ticket
it
because they
looks
thought
like
I was you.
some guy named Brew on Twitter last night was looking for a DOJ official.
Hmm.
I think he was trying to talk to all leaders.
Because it said
What time was that?
1:49 a.m. Any DOJ around?
Yeah, I was sound asleep hugging my pillow.
Me too. I was sleeping.
But uh, I'd be more than happy to reach out to him if he needs to talk to me.
Okay. And I'm actually gonna go take a nap in my office for a few hours.
Okay.
Because I need to catch up on some Z's, you know.
Okay.
And I'll be on around in like 12 hours.
Alrighty then.
All right. Need my beauty sleep. Make sure I'm all rested for a good trial in the morning.
Yeah, I hope you got a shower because I don't want that furniture smelling like sweat when you're laying on it.
Mm-hmm. I'll make sure to sleep on your couch then.
No, you're not going to sleep on my couch, and make sure you lock your door too.
Oh, I always lock my door.
Okay. I don't want you getting kidnapped again and issuing warrants. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye. He's
Have a
gonna
good day,
sit.
Ben.
All right,
Don't
man.
let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
He's probably gonna stay right there on the outside of the door.
Yeah, Bunky.
Goodbye. 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 Oy vey, oh my God. So, in reference to that case that you're handling, did you, oh my God. What?
Hello.
I thought you were going
Jess.
to bed.
Hi, Jesse Collins, Chief Justice. How can I
Good,
help you
good
today?
night.
He's
Go.
got a short memory.
Hey, Chief Justice Jesse Collins, get out of my office.
Get out.
Oh.
Get
There's no pool.
out.
There's a pool table in this one. It's not yours.
Ooh, pool table. It's mine.
Get out.
No,
I,
yours. You don't have the budget for a pool table.
yeah, he doesn't either.
And pretty soon this is not even going to be your building if you don't get the hell out. Get out.
There is a splooge pile there. Your splooge.
Oh my God. All right, so the case that you're working on, that you contacted the person, I guess, by phone or text message or
Yeah, I
whatever.
talked to him in city.
Yeah, can you talk to him again and make sure that he has access to uh, the DOJ files so that we can get him included in that?
Yeah,
And that way,
definitely.
especially since he pled not guilty, this way here he can have discovery and it'll be easy to notify when court is and we can make arrangements with everybody. Because I'm trying to get it so that people can make up, they can all get together, pick what time they want court. If Jesse's not available, I will handle the court. And that way it's convenient for everybody.
The thing is, I mean, he briefly told me the story,
Hmm.
but I don't know how he got the gun without the license. So I don't know if I believe my client.
Yeah, but you have basically an oath. So even if you find that out, you got to keep it confidential between you and him. You know,
Okay.
let the police figure that out how he got the gun without that. Unless if you find out that it was some type of you know uh, a way that he could use as his defense, like well, a cop friend gave it to him or something like that, then that would basically save his ass.
Or
But
even,
if he stole it, you certainly don't want to put that in your court case that that he stole it because then
yeah, but that's going to be,
he
I
would
mean,
he would
if the
incriminate
cop
himself.
shows up, it's going to be the first thing they're going to ask.
Well, he does have a right to not testify, so don't put him on the stand. And if you don't put him on the stand, he can't answer those questions. So Just have a meeting with him, get the information, and then you testify to it. And they can ask you all you want. You can just, say that, you know, I can't answer that question because, uh, my client has a right to not incriminate himself. So then they wouldn't be able to use it.
As soon as you do that, though.
No, that's not true. Not especially when I'm sitting at the bench. And, being quiet does not
Okay.
make you guilty.
Okay.
Even something. Let me tell you something. More people go to jail for opening their mouth than they do for remaining silent because, you know, in my career, most of the arrests that I've ever made, they were made because people told on themselves. I didn't really mean to kill the guy. Really.
Yeah.
If they remain silent, then, I can look at them that they're probably hiding something, but unless I know what they're hiding, I can't use it in court.
I got you. I mean, he wants to. He went not guilty because he wants to save his rights to own the firearm, but this is just a misdemeanor.
Well, a misdemeanor doesn't. If it's just a misdemeanor, that wouldn't hurt them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at it. The charges. It's criminal possession of a firearm, class one. When I looked up in the penal code, that is just a misdemeanor and sentenced to 7 months and a fine of 245.
Right, exactly. And you're right because that was the one thing that that motion that they filed uh, to go to the Supreme Court. That's the issue there because it actually benefits the person. You could you can go in if you can go get a firearm without a permit, then you could be arrested 20 times and you would pay less than $5,000 in that 20 times plus your total time is like uh, I think it's 411 times that you have to wait until you get a permit of the 7 months that you would have to spend. So theoretically, what is the possibility of the cops catching you with a gun more than 20 times? So financially, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this
And
is this is the penal code, but I didn't I only interpret the penal code the way it is. I didn't write the penal code. I don't have the authority to write the penal code, but I do understand that they're looking into a different penal code, and if they did, that would change because possession of a weapon without a permit is a felony. So right off the bat, once they do that, they lose it. They don't get it back unless they get an expungement. But it just has to be thought out properly.
are they going to be looking at using yours?
I They looked into it. I don't know what they're doing. It's not a me thing. It's a them thing, I guess.
I talked to this guy, and I mentioned a retainer of 2,500, and that it may end up being more, and if he really wants to do it. So I don't even know what the going rate is. But if he wants us to proceed, I think we should be paid, especially since there's really no point in doing it.
Right, I agree with you. Hey, there's the going rate is whatever you can get out of the client. That is not set by the DOJ. Defense attorneys do it on their own. The only thing that we do is because you're a public defender, we pay you um, a salary to make up for the people that can't afford an attorney. In this case, if I was him, especially with a misdemeanor, I'd say, hey, here's your 245. I'll take the 7 months. He probably already did that, maybe, right?
Yeah, he
So,
did.
hey, pay the 245 and move on. Go down and get your permit the next day, you
That's
know?
what I'm going to tell him.
And because it's a lot cheaper, granted, oh yeah, he's going to pay $5,000, but now he's going to, if he wants to fight it, he's he's going to pay you money, and even if you win, he's
He
still
doesn't get anything.
right. He's still halfway there.
Yeah, so I might even go up just to encourage him to pay it because it's pointless. I don't want to go in front of the judge for something silly.
Right. That's a lot of things like with these speed cameras and stuff like that that they have all around the state. They're
Hmm.
really unconstitutional on a criminal basis. You cannot give points for them. You cannot, you cannot even put that on their driving records, really. So what happens is that these companies come in, these technical companies come in, and they make contracts with the jurisdiction, and they get like a percentage. They say, we'll put the cameras in for free, and we'll split the money with you. So what they do is they make it a civil thing, and they charge like $40 for violating the speed camera, and what happens is that it costs you more money. It costs you more than $40 to fight the damn ticket, so you just wind up paying it. So where I'm from, you know, the people here we don't tolerate that kind of garbage. So we had them all ripped out. So we don't have that anymore.
We get them ripped out, and then they get back in, and
Yeah,
they
well,
get
they're not getting
ripped
back. They're
out.
not getting back in here. I can assure you that.
I mean, I understand the concept. And do you want, who cares about the speeding and, let the police officers do something else?
Well, it's a good thing. It saves lives, and I don't have a problem with them being there, but they should be there. What they should be a tool that clocks and notifies the police. Hey, people are out on Ocean Highway. Um, in this one particular spot where there's cameras, and they're speeding every day at 5 o'clock. So what you do is you take your management skills and you say, okay, officer such and such, I want you to go out and run radar at that time at 5 o'clock and start nailing these people. And you use that as a tool to, for management. But you should not use that as let that making it do your job for you, especially when your constitutional rights is that you can meet your accuser. And if you're going to take the word of a camera, how can the camera testify in court?
Yeah, I never thought of it that way. I knew you could fight them, but I didn't really know the plea.
Yeah, you can fight him, and 99 times out of 100, you're going to win. Um, the the problem of it is that it costs you more to fight it than it does to do it. Like a lot of these jurisdictions, they have court costs and stuff like that. So you got to take the chance. Plus, if the jurisdiction's far away from you, you got to take a day off from work. You got to spend gas in your car to go do this. So at the end of the day, you're spending $60 to fight a $50 ticket.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna
And
tell this guy that.
just so you know that I am rolling eyes.
Okay.
I
Well,
I, I had to I had to talk to the associate justice about a disciplinary action thing.
oh, okay. I might take a look then. Did he rule on the cases yesterday?
He reviewed the cases, and I think he made his decisions, and I think the decisions are posted. They've been moved to the files, the archives. And hey, thanks for the follow, by the way. There, lazy chops. My freaking alerts ain't working. I don't know why. Oops, I'm talking in game anyway.
No worries.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, thanks.
When I
Thanks for
get
the follow. I really
when I
appreciate
get
that.
Brandon Jones, he's like dodging me though. About the dog. You want me to bring him here or on the
Mm,
road?
we'll
I'm
talk.
trying to keep you.
I
Oh,
know.
oh,
We'll talk about that at a later time.
I got you. I got you. I think I have an idea.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Shut up, Bobby. I know it's not. I know it's not his business, but I can't keep him from watching the stream. That's why I'm not telling him and care. So, so anything else happening?
No, I don't. I don't think we have any work to do. I've addressed everything I think I could. I did try to go scuba diving to try to get some coral. Haven't figured that out yet. I went all the way through it, never found one piece of coral. I did
Oh,
figure out how to buy the boat if you want to buy your yacht.
I'm probably going to buy a boat someday. Um, but right now, I just don't have time. I am like busier than a one-armed paper hanger.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anything you need help with?
Uh, my sanity, but I don't know whether you're qualified for that. What you might
I'd
want to,
probably make it worse.
yeah, what you might want to look at is, uh, we do have some cases coming up. I'm just waiting for the people in question to go in and request an attorney. So you might want to look for that. One of these is a really, really, really big case, and he might need some assistance. And um, he's good at law too. I don't know why he chose to take the route that he did, but he's got some major charges. But he could probably use some representation if he reaches that. He might not want it, but just keep an eye on that request for
Okay.
attorney stuff and see if anything comes up. If I see something, I'll let you know.
Oh yeah, I'm looking there too. Once I see something, I'm on it as soon as I can.
Oh, that's good.
What are the? Is the guy in law enforcement?
No, no, he is. Well, he was in law enforcement last night when he was in custody, but that's about as far as he got.
Oh,
Oh, Abby, you can't help. Abby, just we're gonna have court Friday night on that one, so that we don't have you deal with that one. You'll, especially since I'm presiding over that case, you'll drive me crazy. Right, that's why
right.
we
I'm gonna
planned it on that
go to
day.
my office and do a little bit of work. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Ben. Well, you have a wonderful day, sir.
All right, man.
All right, take care. I'm the only one in the DOJ with a pool table, and the associate justice doesn't like it too much, but too bad. All right, so um, you're running the dojo, watching what? Is that dojo or DOJ? Oh, you're running the DOJ? Yeah, right. You couldn't run water, let alone DOJ. So, yeah, this is we're getting there. I've been reviewing the reports submitted last night from the police department, and I am like tickled pink. I am like so impressed. Uh, the commissioner really, really, really outdid himself, and kudos. If you happen to be watching, Brian, kudos to you for that. And I really, 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 really impressed. And I'm hoping that you can just filter that down. If you can filter that down um, to your crew, you're going to have a fantastic department, and we're going to be able to make heads roll here. And that's going to, once the DOJ and the police department um, can get that type of relationship going and get the discovery going, the criminals are really, really going to have to work their ass off to try to beat you guys. And That's what I want. I want you know being a cop all my life. Of course, I want the cops to win, and that's it's supposed to be good over evil, but 9 times out of 10, I've always see in the cities that I've ever been in, the criminals, they have these criminal organizations where they're like organized and they're going out and they're collecting the things that they need, and they send out search parties to find out all of the crafting tables and find out everything that they need to know. And then they're like they're right on. They got everything. You're hearing machine guns and all kind of automatic rifles, which are not sold. So obviously they got to be coming from somewhere. So, that's where if the police department acts in the same nature as the criminals and get organized and work together as a team and, you know, really, really put it to them, then, it's going to be a good battle. And then everybody has to get better. The cops are going to get better, then the criminals have to get better. And, that's the type of environment that I've been looking for a long time. And as far as the DOJ, I run a tight ship. I want I want everything to be as realistic as possible. And when people screw up, I'm on their ass. And when they do good, I pat them on the back. Um, if the cops can't bring their case to the court, then they can't win. And unfortunately, the the Constitution is not in the cops' favor. It is for the criminals. They have all the rights are all about them. The only people specifically that are in this city that has the advantage of the Constitution is Weasel News, because they have their own article, the freedom of the press. So, they're specifically in there. I don't think the word police is in the Constitution at all. Unfortunately, um, they have to abide by it. And that's the point that I'm trying to get across. And, at times, we see head to head, and, it makes it look like the DOJ is against the cops, and that, that is really far from the truth. So I'm hoping that this is the start of something good. And I've offered this a million times. Um, I will, as I will advise you general questions. I can't help you with a specific case because that's not fair if I'm going to be impartial. But if you have questions like how would you do this and how would you do that, I will tell you how I did it or how I would do it. And every case is different, so there's things that I've learned every day. And but I saw a lot. And I was in an area, a high crime area. I was a cop in New Jersey, and it was the never-ending story. And it was it was fun while it lasted, but I'm glad to be retired. So anyway, with that, yeah, I know you've been offering the same thing, Avi. We'll get there. We'll get there. And I know Shock is a IRL officer, my lead prosecutor. He works on the job, and there's a few others. I know the commissioner uh, as well. Uh, and what I'd like to do is, there's a lot of hatred towards cops in the world today. My son is a police officer, uh, and the times have changed, and there are bad cops. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There are cops that go over and beyond, overzealous, and just do things that they shouldn't do. But for every one bad cop, there's thousands of good cops. And I like to think that I was one of them. I have life savings awards. I was also an EMT police officer, and that was one of the stories that why I'm doing this. You know, why not? I'll just split screen here and show you some of the um, What do we have here? We'll go to morning PT.
Here we are,
So
another day
one of the
of physical
this is from
training.
my police academy class.
You can
by the
see in the
way.
distance,
But
class is running around
you know,
the track
one of the things that I
in
want to do
preparation
is try to
for
show
the
the
2 mile
world
morning
that,
run.
you know, hey, there is some good, and you know,
First thing they do when they get on the
be
field,
respectful. And if
do
you're
a very,
you know,
very,
if you
very
walk
light
up and disrespect the cop,
jog.
he's going to give you the same crap that you're giving
As you
him.
can see,
But
it
if
has
you're
been raining
cool
out
with
here.
him
It
and,
just stopped.
you know, hey, if
But
you
rain or shine,
cruise through a
PT
stop
must go
sign or
on.
something like that, 99% of the time, you're not going to get a ticket if you
After they finish doing
know,
this light
apologize
jog,
for
we'll
what you
stretch.
did, show remorse,
Then we'll go
and
for a real
promise him
run.
that it's never going to happen again, and say, look, can you just give me a warning? I got a clean record and stuff like that. And 99 times out of a 10,
Here they are
you'll get that,
stretching.
except if you have, and not to pick on the females, but female cops, let me tell you something, they have no freaking compassion whatsoever. You know, if I went to a bar fight or something like that, I would hope that there was a female cop that was coming, because they got in there and they went and whooped some ass. You know, I kind of felt bad if
Getting
I was,
ready
you know, whooping somebody's ass to
for
put
a nice
handcuffs on and stuff like that, but they didn't.
day of
But,
physical training.
I got a lot of these
What a way to
videos, so
start our day.
time to time I will
You know, as
I'll show
instructors
some of the
do,
stuff. Some of it's funny.
whatever
I'm in a few of them. I'm not
they
going to
instruct
identify myself because they
recruits to
really
do.
embarrass the hell out of me in some of these. Especially this one here. I am not one of the ones that are sick and lazy that you'll see when I run this again. But I am. But with that, I am going to. So I'll be back on later. I thank everybody for watching. Thank you for the people that will be watching this later. I thank you. Once again, I do
Here they go.
not
Now they picked up their
accept any
pace.
money from
No,
Twitch.
that's
Any
good.
money that comes in, I donate that money to charity. And
They've already went around the
for
campus.
sometimes
Campus consists of all
if
this
we do
area
get some
here.
extra money, you know,
You can hear them in the background.
It's not beyond me to go out and buy a stream deck
Through the
XL
woods.
and have a
All these woods.
have a giveaway
Here.
for somebody that
Back
needs
into the
something
thicket.
more than they can afford or whatever like that. 'Cause I know
There you
that
go
there's
around
some
the
people that are
perimeter
not as fortunate
of Camden
as I
County
am.
College
But
in
with that,
Blackbird.
thank you again for watching. I hope that this city is fantastic. I really love this city. I'm hoping that it all works out and it's really good. But, all right, thanks, and we will see you.
Down the years it's been alright, and now I'm sorry I'm all that's not in tonight. And on as we go we seem to fight, but baby that's just the way we love, and only in the dark do we see our sunlight. Home is where we were, home is where we want to be, and yes, we don't have time to say goodbye. And this ain't the last time. Now this time before we go, raise your hands, raise a toast. Time is something special, just like love before it starts to snow. It's crazy how the years have gone, memories of the drug we're on. But darling, just remember that there's never a goodbye spoken. There's never a goodbye. So there's never a goodbye spoken. There's never a goodbye. to a different time. Maybe I need to hear your voice to make me smile. No, 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 it's not said and done. Baby, you can fly with me and we'd be one. And it's only time